we're gonna do. Welcome to the stream. Getting started, what was it, about 7 minutes early. That might be my official morning stream start time, 12:30 Eastern. Alright. Hey, we have 2 followers. That's pretty hot right there. That gives me a steamy erection. Anyway. Welcome all, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Welcome to the stream. Going back in on Kerbal Space Program. Now, first things first, I have to admit, I'm a horrendous liar. Because yesterday, I was like, I'll do the tutorials off stream. Well, sorry. That was an incorrect lie. That was a horrendous lie, and I apologize. Well, here I am, and sorry to say, about to do a tutorial. So into training. So getting started, basic construction, basic flight, intermediate construction. I've done these first two. Let's see. My famous rocket scientist Werner von Kerman himself. How to design a craft that can escape Kerbin's atmosphere and then return safely. Okay, so that, and then suborbital flight. Yeah, these are the two that I need to do, because this one covers atmospheric re-entry, at least a little bit. Okay. And that, I don't know if anybody was here for the last stream. Atmospheric re-entry was my primary issue. I mean, once I figured out how to make the rocket stand up on the launch pad. There was a second there where it just kept falling over. Alright. Hello again, glad you could come back. To get started, go ahead and enter the VAB, and I'll give you the overview of what we're building today. Oh, that's the wrong thing. VAB. Sorry if that made noise. I had to scratch my my fuzzy face. Okay. Here we are again, now to business. If you remember our last construction tutorial, we covered how to build a... Yeah. Complex aircraft, okay. Let me see. Open craft button and load the hopper, then remove its RT5 flea motor. Okay. I mean, if that's what you want me to do. Nope. Get that out of here. Let's see. Leave all parts you need available to be placed. If you delete the craft file somehow, close the load dialog and open it again, and the craft will be back. Okay. Unlike last time, we won't be bringing a whole vessel back. Before, cursor mode, press X on the parachute. Okay. Deployment altitude is set to 1,000 meters as last time, but also set the minimum pressure slider all the way to the right to 0.75. Okay. So that might have been first thing I was doing wrong. Right there. I really don't know what this does, but let's put a pin in it. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Let me see. That corresponds to an altitude on Kerbin of about 2 kilometers. Oh, dude, that's like 5,000. Yes. And means a much shorter time hanging around during descent. Really? Well, I don't really understand that, but let's move on. You'd think it would mean more time hanging around, but because it's activating higher up, but whatever. First off, let's change the time, the name of our craft, and the description if you want. Yeah. Okay. Other than Hopper. Well, I will call it the Slopper. Alright. Switch to the Science tab and take a look. This is one of the most basic scientific experiments Kerbal scientists have devised. It's probably the goo. It's the goo! Let me see. I mean, they don't even know what color the goo is, but we've observed it! Oh my god. Other parts, i.e. radially. Let me see. If we attach only one of these, then during flight our craft will be unbalanced. The way to solve this is to add an extra goo container on the opposite side of the rocket, so they balance. Luckily we have a symmetry tool to help here. These buttons control symmetry, I know that. Select change symmetry count. Set this to radial 2. And then pick up and place a mystery goo. I think they're showing... Yes, cycle symmetry count, and that's snap. Yeah. Radial 2. I mean, I already knew how to do that, but whatever. Here, let's place it. Oh, wait, hang on. That's got writing on it. Oh, but if I do that, it'll cover the hatch. Okay. Place it over the writing, because why are we advertising a brand on my space rocket? You know what brands can do? They can F right off. Anyway. Remember to place the canisters near the nose of the pod. Wait, why? Why should I do that? I don't know why. Hang on, I'm going to listen to it. This is a tutorial after all. I'm supposed to be learning stuff. So, okay, there. For some reason, I'm putting them near the nose of the pod. Maybe that has something to do with aerodynamics? Weight distribution? I don't know. Let's learn together. Shall we? Alright. Too many more parts here. The craft will be making too heavy to survive re-entry safely, and too heavy to be slowed by our parachute, leading to sudden impact syndrome. Oh yeah, I experienced some of that yesterday. So we will need to add a decoupler below the pod. Decouplers can be... Oh! Why did I never think of that? To survive re-entry, just decouple everything but the frick... Oh my... That's what they did in real life. Oh my god. I'm so basic. Oh. Why am I so basic? Well done. If you ever want to turn to this default staging setup, press the reset button at the bottom of the staging stack. So the new parts below the decoupler won't be staged at the same time as those above it. Oh, well, that's cool. You can, of course, still move these all around, but hopefully this will save you some time as you go. You ever want to turn in the default? Okay, yeah. Go to the fuel tanks tab. There are only FLT100s. Let me see. Going to need 5 of these tanks to get us to space. Before you grab 5 tanks in the toolbox, though, let me give you another tip. You can duplicate that by holding the X button and pressing on the tank with A. You can do this on the bottom tank a few times and quickly get 5 of these attached without having to go back to the toolbox. Oh my. That is a little faster. I do like that. Very, very helpful. Switch over to the Engines tab. Oof. Attach the LVT-45 swivel to the bottom. Yeah, that's this guy. Or girl. I don't want to assume the gender of the rocket. Rockets can be girls. Or, I mean, women. I should say women. And, I mean, tons of women have contributed to fucking spacecrafts. They're legit, dude. The swivel engine you see here is obviously different from the flea we used before. It's a liquid engine. Oh, yes. I prefer the liquid engines. Solid fuel boosters are great for the initial launch, and that's what radial decouplers are great for. Personally, this is me, I think. This is just me going off on my little snooty snobby tangent. We're almost there, and you're doing fine. Fins can be found in the aerodynamics tab. Symmetry mode 4 times, so we can place them on both axes. Also turn on angle snap. Or turn on angle snap. Okay. Let me see. On the last rocket tank, you'll see the other 3 symmetry counterparts will be placed as well. You know what? One second. Let me just... There we go. That's better. Dude, so what I'm learning here is that I should have been using radial snap for quite some time. That's what I'm learning. Doot 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 doot. Okay. Excellent. We now got a rocket that will let us reach for the stars. Admittedly, I did say reach for, as this is a basic rocket which can't achieve orbit. But on the bright side, that means re-entry will also be basic. Okay. Any vessels you create here will be lost. Yeah, I know. Oh wow, so this what I don't even get to test this thing? Okay. Oh, no, now I can. Okay. Well, I know this is just a tutorial, but I still feel it would be a wise decision to test this thing. Just, you know, just testing it feels like the smart thing to do. Yeah, I got it. Okay. I mean, so far so good, you know. What are you gonna do? We're going up. It's getting back down that's gonna be the hard part. Yes, build up that speed. I mean, look, if you're not melting a little bit when going through the atmosphere, I really feel like you're not doing it correctly. I can't warp time in this scenario? Oh, come on. Come on. Hang on, let me observe my goo. I get no science. Let's transmit it. Yeah, transmit that data, baby. Oh my goodness, what? I can oh, wow. Okay, well. Man, why can't I speed up time? I am still going up. Let me see if I can use my decoupling to shoot us back down a little bit. That's what my current goal is. I cannot handle that zoom out, man. Well, maybe it slowed us down a little bit. We're still going up. Hang on. You know what? Let's go to their view. Let's see what the Kerbal sees. Whoa. That was an accident. There's the sun. Oh. Hang on. It's not as mysterious when I'm jerking the cabin around. Alright. Ooh, that looks creepy almost. Oh, good, we're finally falling. You know what? Well, when people are watching back the VOD later, if they do, they can skip this boring part. Tired of blowing up my Kerbals. If a Kerbal's gonna die, I want it to be a tutorial Kerbal. But honestly, I have a lot of faith in this. I really didn't think about, like, the weight, your weight of re-entry and how that would affect your speed and your slowing down the atmosphere. I don't think about things. Well, I mean, I do. I just don't tend to consider them in the moment, I guess. And that's my fault. I should be more considerate of science and physics in the science-physics game. But we learn. We live, we laugh, we learn, we love. And we hire new astronauts to replace the dead ones. That's really the most important part. Hiring new astronauts. Because, you know, I mean, these missions are going to get more complicated. And eventually I'm just going to be in space. And I don't know if reset to launch pad is going to be available at that point. So, I mean, at some point, I think Jebediah Kerman is going to die in space or on another planet. On some sort of body. Not like a body. Let's go ahead and stage that so that parachute opens as soon as it can. Oh, now I see where a heat shield would be incredibly useful. The larger heat shield would be really useful on the bottom of that. Like underneath this module. Oh my goodness, it slows down so fast. And I think it's falling from the bottom like that Because of those canisters being near the nose. I'm stupid. 2 kilometers is not high. You know? So I'm dumb. 0.75, yeah. There it is. Oh, that slowdown was rapid. Oh, geez, I can't speed this up either. Okay, well, I'm done. We succeeded. Leave anyway. We did it. Congratulations, us. We lived. Okay, what was this next one? Suborbital flight. Escape Kerbin's atmosphere and return safely. Flight instructor Gene Kerman will take you through the essential flight controls and instruments required to launch a simple rocket to an almost respectable altitude. And how to get back in one piece. Thank goodness. You might as well say, here's how to do those contracts you just got. Oh, sweet. Going right into the flight. I think I just did that last bit for no reason. Always play scenario again. Yep. Okay. I've set up the pink target indicator on the nav ball. So I'm pointing to note this case normal mission and target and use other things. Scientists, starting with the nose pointing straight up from the launch pad or 90 degrees elevation from the eastern horizon. Tilt east to 80 degrees elevation on the nav ball by 150 meters a second. Start at 50 meters a second. Tilt east to 70 degrees on the nav ball by 400 meters a second. Prepare for re-entry. Lastly, re-entry and land safely. Once we reach burnout, i.e. out of propellant, we'll have a bit more time to discuss some other things. Okay, so I pretty much need to tilt to 80 degrees elevation on the nav ball almost right away. And then 70 degrees on the nav ball very soon after. And east should be to the right. Unlike the Hopper in our first lesson, this new craft has liquid fuel engines. Up, throttle down, max throttle cut off. Grapevine. Stability, augmentation, system. Although Kerbal astronauts usually refer to as sickness avoidance scheme. Oh my god. Can be toggled by pressing B. Another way to toggle it would be pressing left on the D-pad to open the Action Group's radio menu and selecting SAS. If you have problems following the maneuvers, once you enable SAS and lift off, you can press left bumper and Y to open the SAS mode radio menu. There you can select the target mode at your 9. Okay. Alternatively, you can use the cursor, press left stick to toggle, to press A on the small red button to the left of the nav ball that has a miniature target indicator. I don't see what you're talking about. In the lower left corner of all the buttons. There's no buttons on the nav ball. That will cause the SAS to follow the target indicator and fly for you. Note, this autopiloting function will not be available until you are flying. Okay. Hang on a second. Once you enable SAS and lift off, you can press left bumper plus Y to open the SAS radial menu. There you can select the target mode. You can use the cursor, press left stick to toggle, to press A on the small red button. Oh, okay. Once I'm flying, I can hit left stick to toggle it. Okay. It's not available until I'm in flight. Got you. Bit too much engine. So we're going to throttle down for launch. Set your throttle to 2/3, the upper of the two middle notches on the slider. Okay. Let's throttle up to about a little hair over, sure. Turn on SAS to help control things. Press B. That's way easier, yeah. It will keep you pointed where you want to be pointed. Well, all I need to learn now is how to set those nav points. During this lesson, some of the information is quite detailed and could take a while to read. As this is a short suborbital hop, and I don't want you to miss anything important, I will place a warning at the top of the page where you might want to pause the game to read. The warning will look like this. Okay. Enough talk. Double check. It's at 2/3. Yep. Notches the slider. And SAS is enabled. Yep. Hit A when you're ready to launch. Remember to start turning at 50 meters a second. Doesn't necessarily like automatically follow it for you, but it is incredibly useful. Throttle up to full power. Of course, and we'll reach stage burnout safely. Great work. You see in getting your ship in a trajectory bound for space. I've now set your target indicator to align with your velocity vector. That will minimize drag by turning the smallest side of the vehicle into the airflow. Somewhere around here you will see the nav ball speed indicator auto switch from surface to orbit, accompanied by the speed number jumping. Go ahead and switch it back to surface mode by pressing left stick button to toggle the cursor mode and press A on it until it says surface again. A just on that. Okay. Till it says surface again. You might have noticed some flickering flames near the end of your burn there, which is due to the high speed of your craft in the atmosphere. Normally, our ascent would be a little slower, but I'm sure my friend Werner has helped you build a ship that can withstand this heat. And besides this high end and his slow... Wait, what? And besides this high and this slow, you'll be fine. Okay. If you want to have a look at your trajectory, you can switch to the map, left bumper or right bumper. Oh, or you can also access it through the main radial menu. Why? You have a look at your projected path. Just remember to come back to flight mode again. Oh yeah, I gotta do the things. Once this switches, there we go. Good enough. To apoapsis, it's the highest point on your current projected path. We've got a little time to chat. Once you clear the atmosphere, we'll go over what you can do in space. Ah. Okay, and there's my apoapsis. Okay. When we float up here beyond the atmosphere, I'll quickly tell you about a couple of things you can do. With an advanced enough astronaut complex in the KCS, you can train our Kerbals to be able to spacewalk, or EVA, although we won't be doing that on this flight. Also, when we are carrying science devices like our goo canisters, we can perform experiments. Feel free to play with the goo canister now by opening the action menu, toggle the cursor, let you know it's time for the next phase of this suborbital flight. Oh my god, I can't believe I could have been turning SAS on this entire time. As we near the edge of the atmosphere again, it's time to reorient the pod to get ready for re-entry. We're only going to re-enter with the pod and chute and goo canisters, but we're not going to decouple yet. In real missions, it's best to keep your upper stages around until the last moment. You never know when you might need it. Anyway, it's best to re-enter bottom first, and since we ascended at about 70 degrees pitch, we'll naturally re-enter at about 70 degrees pitch. No, minus 70 degrees. That means you want to aim the top of the capsule at the 70 degrees pitch line on the opposite heading. This is at a heading of 270 on the nav ball and 70 degrees pitch, and I've placed the target marker there to help you see where this lies. Turn SAS off, change your attitude, and then turn it back on again. Dude, what are you talking about? Turn SAS off. Look at that, it's so easy to do this with SAS on. It's way easier to do it with SAS on. Are you insane? You crazy... Nice. Now hold steady on your new attitude. Now it's time to get rid of that booster since it's just weighing us down. Stage to discard the unneeded parts and mass. Boop. During re-entry... Oh. Well, didn't get to read that. Thanks. You are now re-entering Kerbin's atmosphere. Make sure to keep all hands and feet inside at all times. We don't want you getting burnt or anything. Don't mind the flames. Werner is whatever. Nice jokes, thanks. Let's take a bold step of arming the chute now and let the smarts in there pop it at the right altitude. You know you can trust me. Stage the chute now by pressing A. Hang on, I should at least graze that. Turn over the chute. And let me see. Yeah. Kerbin. Yeah, I've already been told that. Okay, that was absolutely nothing important. Holy shit. Stage chute. Awesome. Set your chute to not actually semi-deploy until around 2 kilometers. I can change that during fucking missions. Okay. Don't touch the pressure slider or bad things will happen. And make sure the full deploy altitude is no less than 1,000 meters, or you will not have enough time to slow down. Once you're satisfied, just hang on until about 2 kilometers and watch the parachute trigger itself according to the settings we've chosen. While we're waiting, I want you to look at the bottom of the capsule. Note that you do not have a heat shield. You don't need one because this is such a gentle flight. Actually, a heat shield would make things more dangerous on this craft because the additional mass would be pushing the limits of this model of parachute. Oh, thanks for the info. See, that's why I like to combine this with the radial parachutes. Because I like Kerbins to live. But also that adds parts. Yada, yada, yada. Let me go ahead and turn the throttle off. You know, that's important. Alright, we are moving at about almost... Oh, no, we're slowing down now. We were moving at a kilometer a second. Oh, yeah, baby. Alright. Now with this knowledge, I believe I can really... I seriously did not mute my phone. What is wrong with me? Why do I do this to myself? Okay. Anyway, yeah, now in career mode, I think I've got a little more faith in myself here. Yes, the chute is away. Now enjoy a leisurely float down to the surface. Yes, my G-forces are in the green. I did it! Hey, you know what? No, we did it. We're in this together. Me, y'all, and the Kerbins. We did it together. Look how happy he is. Look how happy Jebediah is. He's like, I lived again. Against all the odds. I keep having these dreams, though, where I try to re-enter the atmosphere with a giant rocket. And for some reason, it doesn't work. Can't figure out why. It's the craziest thing. Congratulations on completing and even surviving your first real mission. Be sure to check out the other tutorials. Yeah, well... Listen here, Buster. Was that next tutorial advanced construction? Yeah. Famous rocket, whatever. Shows how to design a craft that can orbit Kerbin and return safely. Okay. We're gonna go in. We're going in. Not only are we going in, I'm going to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Alright, I've safely returned from the bathroom excursion. Had to pet a couple of cats while I was out there, too. Okay. I'm only slightly nervous. Yep, still gotta haul the flea. 210,000 meters. Okay. TT38K radial decoupler. That only has to go about 100K up. Okay. Let's go to the craft builder. Ship crafter. Crafty ship craft builder. Craft. Alright. We got Whittlebuggy Uwu, the Service Boy, Lil Chump, and the last thing we were using was Desperate. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's... honestly, let's just... Oh, I can't do a new craft? What? Well, I'm just gonna start a new craft anyway, so... Say hello to that, would you? Do-dee-doo-doo. Okay. So I want this thing to be at least a little sciencey, first and foremost. Well, maybe not. Let's focus on the craft first. So we're gonna want this parachute. And I can fast forward time. So let's have it activate at 0.4. Actually, no. Let's have a very low minimum pressure. I want no minimum pressure. And then let's put its activation altitude. Oh my God, that's so imprecise on this controller. Yeah, sure. Wheel authority. Interesting. Toggle torque. Oh. Pardon me. Okay. Enough of that. Yeah. Let's do those. You know, I'm gonna focus on the craft first. That's what I'm gonna do. So I got 4 parts here so far. Okay. Now here's what we're gonna do. Gonna get this big boy heat shield. Snap it on right there. 5 parts. Decoupler. 6 parts. Engine. The flea. It's part 7. Okay. I think I'm gonna need a decoupler again. Yeah. Hang on, in retrospect, didn't that not work the last time I tried it? The last time I tried it, I feel like it didn't work. Am I going crazy? Wasn't it red and didn't cover this? Whatever. I don't know if I should go with this one. I might just say... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say screw it and go full solid boosters. Alright, so we're at 9 parts. That's fine. Coupling. We're gonna go radial symmetry with the snap-on. Don't really have a need to attach them super low. Might as well put them further up towards the midpoint. It's 12 parts. Engines! Yes, please. Yeah, I just want them slightly lower than that one. Like you can see, they're just like a hair lower. It's perfect. That's 15. And then we're going to want some aerodynamics for leaving the atmosphere. No, it's right there. $16, 17, 18. $19, $20, and $21. Alright, and then I'm doing the thing. Should I? Because there's only one more thing I think I might need, and that's the drog parachutes. Oh my god, why do I keep losing count? I suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, 21. That's where I thought I was. And these would go right over this. No, actually, because that's going to get ejected. So yeah, I'm actually going to want these up here. Let me try to line them up with those. Try. Alright, so that's 24. So then let's get our science. Okay. And let me look at these. Yeah, the altitude for those is set for 2,500, so no. Minimum pressure, also very low. Altitude, though, very high. Please.
Maybe that's what the pin does. I still don't know. Anyway, so let me look at this. 0.4. I have that set for just under 1500. 0.4. Okay. All right. So I don't even know if I'm going to still have these drog parachutes when I'm going in. We'll see what happens during my re-entry. And lucky me, I have my sciencey stuff. But hang on, honestly, and for really, let me see if I can't, because I'm done with this thing, besides these and the staging. So let's see if I can't get one of these, like, right there. And then just on this opposite side, a single too hot, nope, right there. A single too hot thermometer. I really don't think those will fuck it up that much, personally. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? Right, the staging. Okay, so yes, first those three, then they all decouple. Then that one fires. And then it's got these at the same time. No. I want to decouple this on its own. Because I'm not going to do that until late. I need to get these radial decouplers pretty high up before I disconnect them. Alright, and then there's the drog chutes. And then, once again, hopefully I will never have to activate this flea. So let's move that up. So yeah, the radial chutes, and then that will decouple. So honestly, let's go ahead and, just to be safe, we'll do this. Because I think that's the safe thing to do. Okay, now I just need to time the staging correctly. Test it. Oh, I haven't named it. Let's keep it simple, but you call it New Hope, that it won't explode on re-entry. Because so far, that has been a problem. Tool move, tool rotate, tool reroute. No, let's just save the craft. And launch the damn craft. Okay. You know, the thing that's annoying me is I'm still at the beginning of this game. This game gets really hard. I'm not in the hard part of this game yet. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a beautiful night out. Apparently we're nowhere near city lights. This is out in the middle of nowhere. Fine by me. Okay. I'm scared. Oh yeah, hang on, I need to test this. This is maneuver mode. Can I this up like no. But I can and will turn my SAS on. My stability assist system or whatever. Okay, I don't know what means. Toggle map, docking mode, no. Period is locked, Apo. Okay. So I haven't gotten to how the fuck orbital info, advanced orbital info is locked, approach info is locked. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so let's just go back to staging. Well, I can't hardly turn this thing. And it keeps wanting to rotate, which tells me that the aerodynamics are off slightly. But there's nothing, literally nothing I can do about it, so. Alright, get rid of it. Well, that fixed it. Alright, come on, let's pull me over this way. Pull me, pull me, pull me. Because now I want to be at 60 degrees. We're way past that mark. Yes, pull me this way. Man, my SAS makes this so much easier, my dude. Alright. And there we are. Alrighty. Open the map. Ooh, that's a high arc. So we're coming out at about 60 degrees. So when I'm going back in, that's where I want to angle it to, is 60 degrees. Close the map. See, this is why you do the tutorials, because I didn't even know stability assist was a thing playing yesterday, and now it's already like my favorite thing. Whoa, what's going on down here? I don't know. Let's check our goo. We've never looked at our goo this high up. Oh yeah, we're gonna keep that experiment. And then we're gonna reset the goo canister. And we're doing that so that I can look at the goo again after we've re-entered. No? There we go. We're gonna look at that one. This one's supposedly worth more. I don't know why. Probably because we're higher up now. So let's keep that. Let's reset the goo canister again. Hopefully that doesn't make me lose my experimental data. now I'm going to go over here and do this, and hopefully it'll give me a lower number. I don't know. Let's keep it. Let's keep that one and then not reset it. Let's see how this works exactly. Oh, it's left bumper plus right bumper. We still haven't even reached apoapsis yet. My goodness. Let's look at the height of our thing. Oh my god, that's like almost right at apoapsis, my dude. Oh, the sun's on the other side of Kerbal right now. But, oh man. 560,000 meters. We're pretty high up. Okay, so SAS is on, thank goodness. So we are going to tilt this way until we're at about 60, minus 60 degrees. Just about perfect. Okay. We changed angle to the planet. That's fine. That's why SAS is on. We can make adjustments. There we go. It's giving me a green dot here to line up with my entry angle. Also, just these tutorials, super helpful. I mean, just for learning how to read the nav ball. You know, it's like I didn't think about it, but I didn't really realize I didn't know how to read it properly. It was just sort of a thing that was there on my screen, and I ignored it. I was going to slow down. And what I'm going to do now is orient. I'm going to kick that off. Oop. Yep, get away from me. This is what this is for. Down, slowing down. I have my final parachutes. Yes! Oh my god, yes! Thank you, heat shield. I got scared for a second. I am so happy I put that heat shield on. Oh my goodness. I went up to an orbital height. That was high enough for a standard orbit. And now I will live. Valentina Kerman. You shall live. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel fairly confident. Yes, all of those parts exploded and I can't recover them. I don't care. The Kerman lived. And not only did the Kerman live, I am fairly certain I completed those contracts. Hang on. Let me go to ×1 speed. Oh no! I lost my goo! Well, good thing I kept the experiment. I should just, if it's anything like real science, I should just need to recover this pod. The experiment data should be in here. You know? But, you know. My point is, I'm just so happy. I probably... see, I said I wasn't going to fire that off that flea, but I honestly could have used that flea for slowing down during re-entry. That would have been the smart. Honestly, I can redesign this thing, try it again. See if I can't get the goo pods back safely. And you know what else is scary at night? And during the day, honestly? The flippin' ocean. Look at me, I'm just scared of everything. Yes, clap. Because you flippin' did it. Recover that vessel. Oh! God, that felt so good. This might be a good time to talk to everyone in the chat. I love space. I'm a huge space fan. Oh no! Oh. Yeah, I think I can do that better. If I just do that again, I believe I can do better for sure. I can get that science back. All right. All right, let's look at the scary part. Oh, what? We don't actually know how to attach a TT38K radial decoupler. Oh my goodness. Have a radial decoupler over Kerbin on a suborbital trajectory of 90,000 to 100,000 meters. Well, I completed the other one, which is good. So here's the thing. I think this is telling me not to just have the radial decoupler. I think this is telling me I have to do the decoupling between 90,000 and 100,000 meters. And I don't know if it'll get that high. So I'm going to try that. Test heat shield at the launch site. Prestige trivial. Test heat shield and complete Kerbin launch site. Okay, done. Ferry 4 Taurus safely to destination and back. Ugh. What is this? A bunch of nonsense is what this is. I'm just gonna I'm gonna focus on completing the one I'm doing now. The other contract I have right now. Before I get lost in some other nonsense. Oh man. Okay. So I'm gonna have to add 3 parts to this thing, but I'm pretty sure I can. So first things first. Let's just move these aside. Move these aside. Oh shit, it would be adding 4 parts. I forgot to even do anything with these up here. Oh Jesus, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Alright, let's see. There we go, heat shield. Okay, well I can run a test on it once it's out there, I'm assuming. Okay. Let's do 4. Let's get these. Then let's get these. Yep, still slightly lower, perfect. And then let's get... Can you... Thank you. Those. Yeah, radial snap is way better than me doing it manually like I was doing it before. Okay. Oh, and then the staging, yeah. So definitely before these parachutes up top, before these guys up top go off, there's the decoupler, there's those parachutes. So honestly, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm taking off the drog parachutes because I'm not going to use them. So before that decouples right there, after that one decouples, but before this one decouples, I need to fire it. I'm going to use the flea to attempt to slow down my orbital reentry. And gonna hope it works. I'm gonna hope I don't just start spinning. Alright, here we go. Save it and launch it. And I added the 2 more boosters on the side. I know it'll be risky, but I want to be able to decouple those between 90,000 and 100,000. And I don't necessarily think I'm going to make it that high, but it's worth a try, and if it doesn't work, I can just revert the launch, so it's no big loss. Wait for that to stabilize. I don't know that I accepted the contract for testing the heat shield, actually. There's no option to test it. Maybe I have to accept the contract to do it, because yeah, I don't think I did. I think I was a fool. Yeah. Have TT38K radial decoupler on Kerbin. Suborbital trajectory. Should I look up what a suborbital trajectory is? Just to make sure I have it right. There we go. Okay. On my SAS. I'm also learning that the joystick controls for the ships are not based on the ships themselves in their 3D space. They're based on the nav ball at the bottom. Which, knowing that, you know, way easier to understand what's going on. Okay, so it's looking right now like I have a good chance of getting up there before I decouple these. You know? See, I broke the atmosphere. All that's slowing me down right now is gravity. And that's gonna take a bit. Because that's a steady pull. That's not gonna compound like aerodynamic forces would. I am sitting pretty at 60 degrees. Oh my god, this is so much easier with SAS. Oh, hang on, I'm approaching my number. I'm going to do it. I'm going to decouple at 91,000 meters. 86. 80, let's say 92, just to be safe. 7. 88. 89. Oh yeah, we're good. 90. Waiting a bit longer. Here, I have time to go up and open this. And almost. Decouple. Starting to go back down. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go a little bit further over to an angle of about 50 degrees and fire this rocket. Halfway through my fuel. How far am I gonna go? Quarter of my fuel left. Oh man, if this gets too big, I'm gonna hit orbit. Woo! Alright, it's still suborbital. And I'd prefer to do these during the day. Ooh, but I will be landing over on the day side, which is awesome. Oh my god, since I've gone to the other side of the planet, my angle has, like, actually changed. Okay, well, I'm gonna be smart now and decouple this here. Because I didn't last time, and it became an issue. But now it should have enough time to separate from me enough that the atmosphere will catch it first. And then hopefully it will push it up a little bit and it'll go above me. That's my hope. Okay, so here's the deal. We're re-entering the atmosphere now. Here we are. Firing the rocket. Oh, wait, no. Here we go. I have to get to... Let me move over to my re-entry angle. See, it's getting dangerous. It's getting dangerous as I'm going into the atmosphere, but the rocket successfully slowed me down. And then let me detach and stage the parachutes. Now let my heat shield do its work and slow me down. Also observe the mystery goo. Experiment. I don't know why that's worth 0 science. That's rude. That's rude as all hell. Log temperature. That's worth some science. I forgot to do my mystery goos way up in space, that's why. Is that still the crew hatch there? Even though I'm clearly targeting another thing? How does the game think that's the crew hatch? Whatever. It's fine. I should have done all that in space anyway. Especially now that I know how to live through it. I'm just gonna revert the flight, honestly. Wait, no! I'm about to complete my contract. What's wrong with me? I'll get science next time. My goodness. Finally about to complete my contract, and here I am like, oh, skip it. Oh, don't. You know what works so well? I'm gonna readjust these parachutes for high pressure and opening at 1,000 meters, because honestly, like, being lighter weight with the heat shield and now the rocket for the high altitude re-entries, like, that, this is working out great. This rocket's awesome. Now that I know how to, like, actually do the proper, like, re-entry angles and that stuff, woof, a world of difference. Holy cow, a world of difference. Like an impressively large difference. Whoops, I forgot to slow it down. That could have caused an explosion. But thank goodness it didn't. Recover the vessel. Holy McMoly. With ravioli. It gave me full check marks, by the way, this time. So it was like, this time it was like, hey, you did it. I did get 5.8 science, though, from the one thing it would let me touch. Ready for next assignment, no XP gain. Hang on, why is it using Valentina? What's going on? Tracking station. No. Runway. Research development. Mission control. Launch pad. Flagpole. Astronaut complex. Yeah, I still have Jebediah Kerman. Why am I using Valentina Kerman? She's not as stupid, but more courageous. Why would I want that? I want stupid people. Hang on. Oh, really? The hires are just an upfront cost? What the hell? Marley, Obnand, Curly, Josted, Frozer, Tanfred, Herney, Jober. He gave the first 3 Kerbals real names, and then they just wanted them to sound like real names. Pretty. God, that contract's gone. And by thank God, I mean, oh joy! To perform the test, use the Run Test option in the part's context menu while all test conditions are met. A shield on Kerbin at the launch site.
Easily done. That's a super easy one. That one I'm skipping. That one I'm skipping. The back thumper. Solid fuel booster on a suborbital trajectory over Kerbin. Suborbital trajectory incomplete. Altitude 130,000 to 140,000. I'm not sure which. Do I have the back thumper? Is that what these bad boys are here? Is that the big one, the tall boy I've been using? Is that the tall boy? Yes. Hang on, it wants me to get one of these. How high? Are you crazy? I could barely get it to 90,000. Like, it got to 91,000 and some change before I had to fire another one. Does it just want me to get one that high? Because I can get it that high, but I'll have already activated it by then. I mean, I'll try it. You know, I'll see if it's an issue. I'll give it a shot. I think I just want the launch pad, yeah. We want the New Hope. Right bumper. There we go. No, we want Jebediah Kerman, please. I don't know why that switched. It switched on its own. It says he's a bad pilot now. Well, he's probably out of practice. I mean, geez. Alright, and then I want New Hope. Alright, come on, Jebediah, let's go. Look, nothing against Valentina. I mean, she's not as dumb as Jebediah. But the comedy in this game comes from the stupidity. I don't want a competent pilot. Seems like no matter what, a man gets the job, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of fucked up, even though I'm the one in control. Look, don't worry about it. See. From the test, use the run test option in the parts context menu when all test conditions are met. There it is, run test. I just got science for that shiz. Yes, test the heat shield. Alright. And then, hang on a second. Let me see. Is this worth anything down here? It's 3 science I haven't got yet. Keep that. I hate that. That'll probably be like another 0.7 science. And let's log the temperature as well. There's another 2.4. And it's still impossible for me to touch that, isn't it? Yep, there's no part of that highlighting that it doesn't say crew hatch. That seems like a crucial flaw to me. You know? Maybe that's just me, though. Let's just recover that. Get my science. You know, sometimes it's easy. What can I say? Also, I forgot to grab that other contract. Hey, 6.1 science. Did it. Okay. Let's go back to... Actually, how much science do we have again? 39.8.
How much do we need? 45, 45, 45, 45, and 45. Excellent. All right. Let's go here and let's make an adjustment to New Hope real quick, because it's driving me crazy. And honestly, I don't really care if it creates some kind of imbalance in the thing. It's going to be such a tiny one that I don't know how I could possibly care. Yeah, we're going to go over here. And just right up here on the other side of this, just sort of match the height of the temperature one. There we go. Now I can actually get science from that. I guess it does that because you're not supposed to obstruct the hatch. You know, maybe it's something like that. Save and launch. No. Don't launch. What am I doing? I haven't done the contracts. God, I suck. I swear, I drank my coffee this morning. You know, I had to go out of my way. Let's just revert to vehicle assembly, which was equally 3 seconds ago, along with the launch. Then let's return to the Space Center. So I'm psychotic. Okay. Let's see. Mission control. That's the one. Test Mark 55 Thud liquid fuel engine at the launch site. Oh yeah, I haven't done that. Perform the test, activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. Okay, that's a problem with the engine though, because when you do that, it launches it. Like, it starts using it. Alright, what's it called? The Mark 55 Thud liquid fuel engine. I've got a plan. Which one of my space boys has the liquid fuel engine? I think... Let's see. Open craft. I think the Desperation has one. Yeah, it's got one buried in there. At least I think that's what kind that is. LVT-45 swivel liquid fuel engine. Nope. Command and engines. What in the how do you oh, I see how it attaches. I mean, that is what I'm doing, right? Yep, Mark 55 Thud. Don't need the radials on here anymore. Let's temporarily, let's just temporarily take all that stuff off. And let's do radial 3 on these. Yeah, I thought that's what it would look like. Actually, let's do radial 4. Yeah, that looks nice. Alright, yeah, sure, save. Save craft. Launch.
Now, here's my thing. Since those are liquid fuel engines, like I said, they activate when you do the test. But I can set the throttle to 0 and then run the test so that when they activate, they're not throttled at all. And then hopefully I can just immediately recover the vessel. Jesus. I gotta ask why they bounce around. And don't sit on here straight. Oh my goodness. It's not me, it's the launch pad. That's the flippin' issue. That's why my rockets are falling over. Jeez, oh Pete. Alright. Let's set that throttle down. Hang on, let's check that out. Yep. And then run test. We did it. And nope, that's recover vessel. All right, that's another quick, swift contract. When did I get that engine though? I don't remember getting that. Do you get parts as contract rewards and I just missed it? Alright. Got funds for recovering the parts. Didn't get reputation. That makes sense. Probably didn't get any signs from it either, which is, also makes sense. Alright. Let's head back to mission control. There's destinations and back. Just one? And Chief Bottle Washer at OMB Demolition Enterprises. On a problem. What shades of green we'll see if we expose a Kerbal to high G-forces. Oh, wow. This contract is 5 years? Complete the VIP's travel itinerary. Which is just a suborbital space flight on Kerbin. As far as I can tell, suborbital just means above 70,000. I prefer... Oh. But I will get plus 19 reputation as a reward. You get a little Kerbal buck. Also, yay. Okay, yeah. Let's see what these are. Test LV T-45 swivel liquid fuel engines on a suborbital trajectory over Kerbin. Activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. Okay, that one sounds more difficult. Test back thumper solid fuel booster on a suborbital trajectory over Kerbin. Let's see. Incomplete. Of course it's incomplete. Activate the part through the staging sequence. Incomplete. Kerbin, incomplete. Suborbital trajectory, incomplete. Altitude. From the test, activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. Okay. Yeah, see, I have to activate it between 130 and 140. That's the thing. That's the hard part. Then there's Orbit Kerbin, which I get a lot of stuff for doing. Fly a vessel up and out of the atmosphere. And accelerate surface until you are in a stable orbit. Yeah, that's a rough one. These are all rough. So I'm going to try to do this one. So I have to activate one between 130 and 140, basically between 130 and 140 kilometers up. So now that I've accepted the thing, though, I have almost a full year to complete this thing. Like, that's real time, by the way. Because I believe this in-game clock goes at a fairly realistic pace when you're playing. That's why I'm still on like day 1. Yeah, your hours, 18 minutes, 41 seconds in. It's my total playtime, basically. Okay. Back thumper. Things are about to get scary. New Hope. Look at this beautiful boy. Oh wait, there's already a decoupler on there. Yeah, so I don't need to add a decoupler yet. But I do need another one of these. This even works. I might be making a little boy here that's too tall. There we go. Just swivel to this side, I guess. It wouldn't surprise me if I'm making this too tall right now. But what can I say? I need one of these things really, really high up. Why does it look so awkward? Well, I know why it looks so awkward. So we've got those 4. And it wants to decouple and decouple. Well, that's not right. So we're going to decouple. Correct. And let me move this up here. I want that one to fire. And then, after it's done firing, we can decouple it. And then the one above it can fire. And then it can decouple. And then I'll still have my orbital reentry bit, which can decouple to save my life. Okay. Over 30 parts. I thought that might happen. I'm already prepared for this. Come on. Hello. Thank you. Alright, first things first. Let's remove one of those. I'm gonna put it back on. I know, it's on the difficult to work with side. But that's okay. I will deal with it. Let's see if that helped. That was it. Just needed to remove the one. This is not going to launch properly. I am almost positive. But, you know, whatever. I'm still gonna try. Turn my sass on. There's my flag back there.
over a little bit. I cannot believe this is holding steady. Like, legitimately, I cannot believe this. I need to pull it over to about 60 degrees before firing this one. Steadying out a bit. Alright, what did it say? Circle trajectory. I need to kick on the next one between 130 and 140,000 meters. That seems dangerous. Okay. Well, I mean, it's coming up, so let me get my angle here. I want to be right around here. Just like 5 degrees. Just angled down by like 5 degrees. Alright, now I just need to stay here. I'm angling down slightly towards the planet because I need to activate it. What? I didn't even make it up high enough?